Hello, my friends and non-friends from the very heart of Kyiv, Maidan Nезалежності. My name is Serhii Uzlov, and today I wanna talk to you about Ukraine, about Kyiv, about current war, about events around Ukraine, and also I will willingly give you answer for any questions you have about my beautiful country. Well, let's start, guys. Today is what's the day today? March 2026, and I'm streaming from the very city center of Kyiv, Maidan Незалежності, or Independence Square. And in general, what Maidan means square in Ukrainian language. I am Serhii Uzlov, hello, and today I plan to show you this central part of Kyiv, and also if you will be patient and stay on my stream, I'll show you also exhibition of Russian military vehicles that were destroyed during first stage of Russian invasion. And I'm reminding you that several days ago we marked fourth anniversary of a full-scale Russian invasion, because of Russia invaded to Ukraine 12 years ago. They started their invasion from occupation Crimea, Ukrainian peninsula, and also Donetsk and Lugansk districts in the east of Ukraine. I am former resident of eastern parts of Ukraine, to be more precise. Lost everything that was there to my heart in July 2014, and now I'm on Maidan Незалежності. It is dedicated to founders of Kyiv. According to legend, four-person family of four founded Kyiv. Three brothers, Kyi, Shek, Harif, and their sister Libet. You can see lady, her name is Libet or Swan in Ukrainian, in non-English, sorry. And Kyiv is an ancient city, and it was founded more than 1,500 years ago. And just in 1991, Ukraine gained independence from Soviet Union, closed country, communist country. That it was, I cannot say it was terrorist country. You can say Soviet Union was a terrorist country, but it is now a history. And unfortunately, Russia weaponizes. So, according to delirious Russian words, Ukraine should claim Russian land because of Ukraine was mother of Russia. But we are not crazy. We live in 21st century, and 21st century is not for war. Yeah, we all have to know our history, but it is not base, it is not ground. Territories that belonged to Ukraine hundreds of years ago. 21st century is a time of love, time of travels, time of technologies, exchanges, and so on, for everything but not for war. Слава Україна, thank you, героям слава. By the way, did you know that Slava Ukraini and Heroyam Slava, it is not only a glorification of Ukraine, it is also old Ukrainian military salutation. So when commander stands in front of soldiers, he cries Slava Ukraini, and soldier should answer Heroyam Slava. So it is these words have several meanings, two meanings. First of all, it is glorification of Ukraine, and second one, it is just military salute. And for those who is new on my channel, my name is I am resident of Kyiv for nearly Russian occupation. Well, love this channel. Holland is with Ukraine. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone who joined my my channel, my stream. I started my streams since the beginning of this year, and last winter was very tough for all of us because of last winter was very cold, and some days temperature dropped as low as 22, and I speak to myself, and from other sources temperature in Ukraine was as low as 30, but I personally experienced temperature minus 22, and since January, maybe end of December, Russia started to attack our thermal and in general our energy system, to plunge, to immerse us into darkness and cold. And partly they succeeded, because of up to now, I can speak only for Kyiv. In Kyiv, about 1,000 buildings are without heating. But thankfully, we survived this. Kyiv is about 2-3 above zero. In the night, temperature is 0, maybe a little bit lower than zero. But spring came, and we survived, contrary to Russian multiple attacks. And during the past winter, they launched on territory of Ukraine about 20,000 drones. Every drone has about 50 kilos of TNT or TNT-like explosives, and also they launched to the rear of Ukraine 740 or so different kinds of missiles, ballistic missiles, supersonic missiles, guided missiles, and hypersonic missiles, and partly they succeeded, and till now we have blackouts, and then it was 1 month ago, and 1 month ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, we outage of electricity, and I will speak for myself. In my flat that I am renting, we experienced about 12 hours of outage of electricity, but we survived. We will not give up, and they will not break us. Love this channel. Yes, how are temperatures around Kyiv right now? In northern Romania, it is about 13 Celsius. Hello, Dacian rider. Temperature now in Kyiv is 2 or 3 above zero. But yesterday it was a sunny day, and temperature was as high as 10 degrees. It was a wonderful coincidence when spring temperature coincided with the calendar beginning of spring. Well, guys, once again I greet my friends, my non-friends, and just people who interested in the situation in Ukraine and in Kyiv in particular. I greeted also trolls, because on my channel, as a rule, maybe not half, but quite a lot of trolls hired internet workers from Russia and from other countries, poor countries, where Russian FSB hire people to comment, to say, to send some offensive messages on my stream. But guys, they usually post, they send not comments, but just some shit. They cannot explain their words. For example, they sometimes they post glory to Russia, Slava России, and I usually ask, can you explain your words? With this new war, the Ruskies will exploit the incoming and weather. So war for me started 12 years ago, so I accustomed to it. Though to say true, it is impossible to accustom lack of electricity and absence or Ukraine. For those who is new on my channel, the rusted stands, they 12 years ago, so-called Euromaidan. Ukraine and behind sometimes try to stream from central part of the city of Kyiv. I'm Kyiv guide and I know Kyiv quite well. Not central. Internet is not stable. So today and nowadays in general, I will stream from central part. Well, what we can see else here? Here is a monument to our heavenly patron, or maybe patron. It is male. No, it is just person. It is just mythological person that symbolizes freedom of Ukraine. By the way, on this very place, before Ukraine gained independence, was a monument to Vladimir Lenin, and this big square was under reconstruction, and reconstruction was finished by the end of 20th century. Well, now we will get closer. We'll get closer to People's Memorial, to our fallen protectors, defenders. Not all of that guys, those who gave their lives, are residents of Ukraine, and you will see a lot of flags of different countries. Turkey, United States, United Kingdom, Poland, some Baltic states. These guys gave their lives for independence of the whole democratic and free world. And that's just several days ago, on to be more precise, on 24th of February, we marked 4th anniversary of Fools on my Facebook. By the way, you can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, and here on YouTube. I'm quite active. Tell my viewers about modern life in Ukraine, about history, just a little bit about history of Ukraine, and also I debunk Russian propaganda, because of Russian propaganda is one of the main cornerstones of existing of Russia. And algorithm, thank you very much for your support. Thank you, and thank you for any kind. Thank you very much, guys. Well, in front of me is People's Memorial, and also here on the building is a placard Azov, 11 years. Azov is a military unit that was formed in 2022, in summer of 2022, maybe spring and summer, from local residents of Mariupol and Berdyansk. Mariupol is a coastal city south of Donetsk district, and in general it is coastal city on the bank of Sea of Azov. Unfortunately, Sea of Azov is under Russian occupation, including my native city. I am from Donetsk city, and I lived there before July of 2014, and everything, just very beginning of this war, started from before my eyes. So I can say that I can safely say that I'm expert in the events in the beginning of this war, and every possible way Russia and Putin, they tried to hide presence of regular Russian troops on the turf of Ukraine, but it is not true, guys. It is a special operation of FSB, or so it was some kind of separatist movement, but those likes, it's free. Support Ukraine, likes will help. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for your support, for being with me. For some time I will walk around this flag memorial, and you can see faces, handsome faces of our defenders. Unfortunately, thousands, dozens of thousands, and even hundreds of thousands of not only Ukrainian soldiers, but also our friends from other countries. They gave their lives for independence of Ukraine and the whole democratic world. Pieces. Young people, elder people, women, men, and Wojciech Andrievich. He was member of a platoon of reconnaissance units, and Petrenko Serhii Sergeyevich. By the way, in Ukraine we have actually three names. First name, it is a Christian name. First name, you can see Petrenko, it is surname, and Sergei, it is a Christian name, and Sergeyevich, it's father's name. It means that his father was also Sergei. And in everyday life we use only Christian name and maybe surname, and three names we use only for official purposes, for identification in banks, maybe in some other cases. I'll show you flags from other countries apart from Ukraine. Excuse me. And many flags are market units. The died soldiers were members of. Thanks for being with me, and I'm Serhii Uzlov, and I'm Kyiv guide, and also I conduct tours around Kyiv district to visit places that were under occupation in February and March 2022. On launched a full-scale invasion from territory of Russia, territory from occupied Donetsk, Lugansk district, Crimea, and also from Black Sea, and from territory of Russia. And I clearly remember that day, 24th of February of 2022, started for me and for other Ukrainians in 5 a.m. I myself and my wife, we were awoken by deafening explosions around the whole city of Kyiv. Kyiv is capital of Ukraine, and I moved here nearly 12 years ago. And on 24th of February 2022, we rented flat on the top floor of a living apartment building, and from our windows we were able to see the whole territory of Kyiv. By the way, Kyiv is home for 3 million people, and Kyiv covers through Kyiv flows great Ukrainian power. I will show you our greatest Майдан Незалежності, unstable due to a weak network connection. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for bad connection. Maybe you will able to see me, maybe not. Вічна пам'ять загиблим героям України. Вічна пам'ять. Guys, will you text me whether you able to see my stream? Because for several times I saw warning about bad internet connection. It is quite windy today. Waving in the wind. Well, guys, now we are on the Maidan main square of Kyiv, and in front of me also Casualties Street, the main street of Kyiv. And here you can see bottles for candles because of Kyiv invasion. I'm just stressing that it was full-scale invasion, because of Russian invasion took place 12 years ago. It started from annexation of Crimea Peninsula and occupation Donetsk and Lugansk districts. Well, guys, now I'm going to cross the Casualties Street, and maybe we will lose internet connection, but please be patient and stay with me, stay tuned. Maybe internet connection will be interfere in the Ukrainian national colors, blue and yellow. We made it, guys. We are on the other side of the main street of Kyiv, Casualties. This stela represents distances from Kyiv to other countries. Maybe you will recognize your country, but it is in Ukrainian language. Maybe you will not understand it. Baghdad is 2,215 kilometers. Beirut 1,888 kilometers. Washington 7,828 kilometers. Doha 3,336 kilometers. So also eyes of residents of our planet attracted to Israel and Iran. If you want to know my opinion, I can tell you that I support Iranian people because of they fight now for independence. I speak only about residents of just common people of Iran, but what is in head of Trump, I don't know. So it is impossible to know what is in head of Putin and Trump. Well, guys, the final look to Maidan Nезалежності or Independence Square in Kyiv. It is the very heart of Kyiv. And here is Central Post Office. And under us, under my feet, is the underground trade mall, Globe in English. Well, now we're heading to bus and trolley bus stop, and we'll take some transport, and we need to travel just one stop to St. Sophia Square. I will show you the oldest monastic complex in Kyiv that survived Soviet era and German Nazi invasion. And after that I'll show you Mikhailivska Square and open air exhibition of destroyed Russian vehicles destroyed during the first stage of Russian invasion. Yesterday temperature was much warmer than today. Today is about 2, about 0, but yesterday it was about 10. Guys, thank you for your likes, for your subscription, and also if you have opportunity to support me with some very small amount of money, I will be grateful to you, because I am refugee, and for 12 years I have been renting a flat, and I'm not I'm pensioner, and my main occupation after I left my home was tourism. So I conducted hundreds of tours to Chernobyl zone, to the area contaminated with radiation, but after Russian full-scale invasion that area became closed for ordinary tourism. We'll be waiting for maybe another trolley bus. By the way, is it trolley bus or bus? Oh, it is trolley bus. It is a good sign. It is a good sign because of last week there were not trolley buses here, and just several days ago, maybe last weekend, they resumed movement of electrical transports. It was put on hold due to blackouts. Maybe now it is not too tidy in Kyiv after snow, because of just several days ago this street and other parts of Kyiv were under ice and under snow. You can notice some old style advertisements on this post. It is old Soviet tradition to stick advertisements on lamp posts and other free surfaces. Now most of us use social networks and in general electronic means of information, but it is old Soviet tradition. It's night, unity. Yes, we must be united, guys. In the face of medieval nuclear monster Russia. Our next bus I expect in 2 minutes. According to that information table, it will be in 2 minutes, and even less than 2 minutes. Yesterday was Monday, and I had as much as 100 onlookers, viewers, but today is Tuesday, and I actually don't know why there are not much viewers. Maybe with time we'll see more people on my stream. Maybe internet is not too good. UK backs Ukraine, thank you very much. Fuck Putin. Fuck, oh yeah, I understand. Oh yeah, I can see a trolley bus, and we need cover just one stop, and we'll find ourselves in Sophia Square. You can see streets in central part of Kyiv are very narrow, for exception maybe Chrestiatic Street, and that's why there are no place where to park cars, and they create problem for trolley buses. Thank you for being with me. And don't hesitate to ask me questions about modern life in Kyiv, because of life in Kyiv is very tough now. And about 1,000 living apartments, buildings, mostly on the left bank of Dnieper River, are still without heating. And temperature inside of buildings is about the same temperature that is outside. Because of we still experience blackouts in Kyiv. Russia destroyed a lot of, I don't know, I know that they attacked every hour big power stations, but what is the situation now? I can speak for myself only, because of mostly for the most part it is military secret state of our energy system, our electrical grids and generating capacity. It is a secret, because of Russia didn't left desire to destroy all our electrical system, but I think that they will not succeed. I'm sure, because of thank you very much who support Ukraine, and I know that we got a lot of generators from our allies, from our friends, from all over the world, mostly from Europe. Now we are Kyiv trolley bus.
Шановні пасажири, тролейбус відправляється в рейс за маршрутом номер 16. Майдан Незалежності. Обережно двері
advertisements are in two languages,
Софійська площа. Бажаємо вам
Ukrainian and English also.
Оплата проїзду здійснюється в межах
Before Russian invasion,
Сплата за проїзд
we had advertisements in two languages also,
160 гривень.
Ukrainian and Russian. Now you cannot hear some Russian language in Kyiv. You know why? Because of Russia weaponizes everything, history, language, weather, everything. And before Russian invasion, I lived in eastern parts of Ukraine. It is traditionally Russian-speaking area, and my first language was Russian. But after Russian invasion, I willingly, according to my own will, guys, please, can you text me about quality of video and sound also? Because of today is first day when I started to stream through streaming platform. I will not advertise it, but it is very important for me, because of I'm going to stream on several channels, and this streaming platform give me opportunity to do it. And also I have opportunity to place QR code on Buy Me Coffee service. So if you want, if you can, you can support me, my channel, and my family of displaced people. It is not obligatory if you if you will not send me some money. It is okay. I'm on my streams to show you a situation in Kyiv and around Kyiv during this war. So I do it according to my own will, without money, but it is a matter of your desire and your opportunity. Thank you for that. I was no Russian invasion. Can you explain me, please? What does it mean? I was no Russian invasion. You are not invasion. So maybe it is some misprint. Maybe I don't understand you. This Mr. or Miss P ZZ, please will you explain me what did you want to tell with your comment? Well, guys, behind this protection sheet is a monument to Hetman, to Ukrainian Hetman Bogdan Khmelnytsky. Many monuments in Kyiv are covered with sandbags and some other kinds of sheets to protect them from debris or maybe other parts of missiles. By the way, Saint Sophia, in front of us is Saint Sophia Cathedral that was erected in 1017, so it was the very beginning of 11th century, and this is oldest church and monastic complex that survived German invasion and survived Soviet era, because of during Soviet times, maybe not all, but most of religion institutions were demolished by Bolsheviks, because the Bolsheviks considered religion as a computer. They are computers. They counted communism is kind of religion, and they did not tolerate any competition. That's why they demolished churches like this, and this place is enlisted in UNESCO heritage. Today I am not going to go inside. I'll show you only mock-up of this church complex. This is bell tower. Sometimes it's bells, but it is not now. It is not active church. It is rather architectural monument. Well, guys, this is mock-up of St. Sophia Cathedral. And on distance you can see St. Michael Cathedral. It is active church and active monastery, and now we're heading to that place. The weather is quite warm today, about 0, but it is quite windy. And here you can see Ukrainian flag. Did you know that Ukrainian flag has two colors? Yellow represents field of wheat, and blue color is sky, Ukrainian sky. It is very simple flag, but it means a lot. It means a lot because we fighting for our freedom, and when you see black and red flag, it means if this traditional Ukrainian flag soaked with blood, blue color turns black, and yellow color turns red. You can see also a lot of black and red colored flags here, and this building and buildings around this place, I mean that one and that one, were built in the middle of 19th century, and this building was obviously built in Soviet times. And Ukraine was part of Soviet Union. It was occupied by Russian communists since 1922, and Ukraine gained independence in 1991 together with Russia. So Russia and Ukraine are young states on the map of our planet. And before Russian invasion in 2014, Russia had not any territorial pretenses to Ukraine, and we had a lot of bilateral agreements, treaties, contracts, and so on. But unexpectedly in 2014, Russia invaded Ukraine. It is absolutely crazy war without clear goals. So I tried, Mr. Troll post Russia ahead, Россия вперед. What does it mean for him? I'm sure he cannot explain what does it mean. Russia ahead. What for? Ukraine is an independent country, Russia is an independent country also, but what they do here they cannot explain. Russia is the biggest country in the world. It has a territory 28 times bigger than territory of Ukraine, and what is their aim here, what they do here, they don't know. For the first they are destroying Russia, and they lost already 1,500,000 people, their citizens on territory of Ukraine, and they cannot explain what for these Russian victims. Hello guys, hello everyone who is new on my channel. My name is Serhii Uzlov. I am a Kyiv guide and I am a refugee from eastern part of Ukraine. So this war started before my eyes, and if you have questions about this war, I am ready to give you an answer. I was born in a Russian-speaking family, and Russia invaded Ukraine under the guise of protection of Russian-speaking people. But first thing they did, it is destruction of Russian-speaking people. So every word they tell, it is nonsense. They invaded Ukraine in order to protect Russian-speaking people, and they killed them and destroyed their homes and their infrastructure. And now occupied areas in eastern part of Ukraine is in big trouble because of local residents have not proper electricity supply, they have not proper water supply, and they also suffered cold in their apartments last winter and before. And my first occupation in Donetsk was mining. I was mining engineer, and before Russian full-scale invasion, maybe not, no, just I eat my words. Before Russian occupation in 2014, just in Donetsk city, there were 20 big coal mines and a lot of smaller private mines. And now, can you guess how many mines in Donetsk? My answer is none. There are not coal industry anymore in Donetsk because of Russia destroyed everything. So every word so they tell, it is lie, it is nonsense, and every possible way they tried to deny the fact that Russian troops were in Ukraine in 2014, 2015 and later, but there are tons of evidence from open sources about the fact that Russia, it was not a separatist movement, it was Russian special operation of KGB. Нарешті немає гребаного снігу. Да, ну так, ще є, але в центрі немає. Hello everyone. Hello everyone from all over the world. Sometimes people from South America here on my stream. Hello to everyone, but not Russians. I don't greet them, though I greet everyone who. Okay, I'm greeting everyone from all countries, including trolls, because of trolls help me to debunk their propaganda, because of they cannot explain me their comments and or questions, because of it is just hot air. You obviously know Minister of Propaganda of Nazi Germany, Joseph Goebbels, and his main rule was 60% of truth and 40% of lie or propaganda. But nowadays Russian propaganda tells 100% not truth, nonsense, and their words easily can be debunked. Well, we made it, guys. Now we're on Mikhailivska Square due to Mikhailivsky Monastery, and also we are on the site of Russian destroyed military vehicles, and these vehicles were brought here from different parts of Ukraine. These vehicles were destroyed in February and March of 2022 after their full-scale invasion, and as you can see, these vehicles are quite outdated, they rusty, and they were designed in the times of Soviet Union. And here in front of me is a tank T-90A. It was designed in Soviet times, when Soviet Union existed yet, but it's undergone a lot of modifications. And the main trouble is that Russia has a lot of vehicles like this. They are outdated, but they have a lot of vehicles like this. And by the way, during during Russian invasion, Ukrainian army and Russian army, we had maybe not the same, but very similar vehicles, because of before Soviet Union collapse, we were part of this big nuclear monster. And in front of me is a howitzer, self-propelled howitzer Star S. It has caliber, a gun with caliber 152 millimeters, unlike NATO NATO standard 55 millimeters, and this one is infantry fighting vehicle BMP-2. And next one is self-propelled howitzer, caliber 122 millimeters. As you can see, it is floating vehicle. Its weight is 16 kilos, and the weight of this howitzer, heavy howitzer, is more than 40 tons. And now we can see some foreign visitors. I can hear English. And now we're approaching to infamous drone. Russia began to attack us with drones like this in August 2022, and back then they attacked Ukraine with dozens of drones, but nowadays they launch hundreds of drones every night. Usually they use drones, black colored drones, in night time, because of it is hardens their detection. length of this drone is 3.5 meters, and it is 2.5 meters wide. And this is warhead. Warhead contains, as a rule, 50 kilos of TNT or TNT-like explosives, and sometimes they launch dummy drones without explosives inside in order to exhaust our air defense system. And also they produce a terrible loud sound when they fly over our cities. And this is another purpose of launching of these missiles, to plunge us in atmosphere of terror. And not every nervous system is able to withstand this sound, and it influences in the first turn children, women, and elder people. And by the way, this engine was designed in Germany. Its design was, I don't know, maybe it was stolen by Iranians, maybe they passed this design of these engines, but you can see it has four cylinders, and these are exhaust pipes, and they don't use silencers, so they are very loud. Let's enjoy bells of Mikhailivsky Monastery. Beautiful. By the way, it is not religious melody. 2, 3, 4. In Kyiv is 4 p.m. now. Well, guys, for those who joined my channel, my name is Serhii Uzlov. I am Kyiv guide, and also I'm Kyiv district guide. And before full-scale invasion, I was a Chernobyl guide. Chernobyl, for those who don't know, Chernobyl is Chernobyl zone. It is an area still contaminated with radiation, but level of radiation dropped in comparison to year of explosion that occurred in 1986. In 1986, unit number 4 in Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded, and huge area became contaminated with radionuclides, and most of residents of Chernobyl exclusion zone were evacuated to other parts of Soviet Union at that time. Sorry. And with the time, levels of radiation dropped, and tourism to Chernobyl exclusion zone opened approximately in 2010. And I dedicated to Chernobyl tourism about 10 years. Or to be more precise, next coming summer, I will mark 10th anniversary since I began to be a guide to Chernobyl exclusion zone. And also in front of me are quite modern Russian vehicles. This is a mine-resistant and ambush-protected vehicle, Linza, quite modern Russian vehicle. And here is a Humvee, like Russian fighting vehicle Tiger. And before Russian invasion, vehicles like this were equipped with American engines. But in this case, this engine was made in Russia because of America refused to supply engines to Russia after their invasion to Ukraine. And this is a personnel carrier, Russian personnel carriers. And by the way, vehicles like this also produced in Kharkiv before Russian invasion. And I remember maybe 1 or 2 years ago I found advertisement in our local paper that some guy sold a vehicle like this, civilian variant, for $80,000. But the problem is that vehicles like this consume a lot of diesel, more than 100 liters of diesel per 100 kilometers. It is a very wasteful thing, especially when price for diesel and other hydrocarbons is high, especially nowadays after war in Iraq, in Iran. In Iran. I don't know about prices. By the way, it is on the way. On my way home, I will have a look at price of diesel, because of my car. It's a diesel car, and before beginning of war in Iran, price for diesel was €1. Well, €1 and €1 maybe and 20 euro cents per 1 liter. Well, guys, in front of me is Russian ballistic missile .U. It is a tactical ballistic missile due to it's quite short range. Its range is 120 kilometers. It was designed in Soviet Union. Now we can see only engine of this missile, and its original size is 6 and a bit meters. So it is here is about 3 meters. So it is twice. Well, it is twice long. And if you follow Ukrainian events, you may remember Russian attack on railway station in Kramatorsk, that is in eastern part of Ukraine, during evacuation. And it was, I don't remember the right dates, but it was in April 2022, and on that day they killed 60 or 60 something passengers, civilians, and about 200 civilians passengers were wounded. Well, guys, now we're on Mikhailivska Square, Mikhailivska Plaza, or Maidan in Ukrainian. So Ukrainian word Maidan is it is just a translation of the word square. In front of us is Mikhailivsky Monastery, and Mikhailivska Church. It is a replica. Original church was demolished by Bolsheviks in 30s of 20th century. And on left you can see building with columns. It is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine. It was built for headquarters of a Communist Party of Ukrainian Soviet Socialist Republic. So after collapse of Soviet Union in this building. This building became headquarters for our Ministry of Foreign Affairs. A lot of scrap metal, yes, a lot of scrap. You wanna some cookies? Do you have a saucepan on your head? So it is some altercation between my viewers. It is okay, guys. Please, if you want to altercate, to argue, yes, it is not problem. Please just don't fight on battlefield. Internet and social networks were created for some conversation, not always polite, but please don't fight on battlefields, and this concerns mostly Russians. I'm not against of some offensive comments here on my channel and in general on social services, but please go home. Russians, go home. You have nothing to do here in Ukraine. Ukraine is independent country, and in most cases, I think in 100 cases, it is not used to try to over persuade Russians because of their medieval savages. And so now, guys, we are in front of memorial, one of many memorial walls, and it represents, it commemorates our defenders, our guys, those who gave their lives in 2014. So I told you, maybe you know by yourself, that this Russian invasion started in 2014, not in 2022. In 2022 was full-scale invasion, but Russian invasion took place 12 years ago. They started their invasion since annexation of Crimea and Donetsk and Lugansk districts. Well, now a lot depends on internet connection here, because of I have a lot of places to show you, to show my dear viewers, but I'm not sure about stability of internet, because of we experience blackouts here in Ukraine, so scooters are ready for summer season. Well, and for several times I failed with my streams due to very bad quality of internet, but I will try to go to the bank of Dnieper river, greatest river in Ukraine. Maybe, okay, I know what to do. Now we're heading to Funicular. Funicular is a rail cable road that connects this part of the city, upper city of Kyiv, and lower part of Kyiv, Podil district. By the way, guys, this memorial wall commemorates only maybe some small percentage, maybe 2 or 3% of all our casualties, guys, those who gave their lives for independence of Ukraine. And they, I don't love for such hefty words as freedom of Ukraine, freedom of democratic world, and so on. They, in the first turn, they protected their own homes and their families. And I can say only about Russian casualties. And during this war, Russia lost 1,500,000 their soldiers. I don't know about Ukrainian soldiers because of our authorities don't tell us about these fallen guys. Maybe it is right, maybe it is not right. I will not judge it. Do you have a South in Ukraine didn't push to join NATO? This war wouldn't happen. It is a widespread Russian fake. Do you know that Russia inspired? They wanted also to join NATO. Ukraine is an independent country, and NATO was created in 1949 as an instrument of protection against of Soviet Union. And Russia is a very aggressive country, and quite contrary, I'm sure that if Ukraine were a member of NATO, Russia would not invade Ukraine. Ukraine was independent already. The game Zelensky was playing pushed Russia to do this. The same fake. And I'm not going to debunk some trolls, Russian trolls. Maybe this commenter is not a troll, so I admit this, but he tells Russian propaganda. So Mr. Barely Patriots, stop watching Russian TV. They tell only some nonsense. It is impossible to explain unexplainable. Russia is a medieval, aggressive terrorist country. That's all. Russia has not any, neither reason nor law to invade Ukraine. It is none of your business. We are an independent country, and we can be a member of any treaty, NATO or others. And Russia created so-called SNG and a lot of military units. Why it is possible for Russia, but why it is prohibited for Ukraine? I love Russia, have my second home in St. Petersburg, Russia. So Mr. or Miss 4904, did you know that St. Petersburg, it is Swedish territory? You claim Ukraine trying to explain it that Ukraine was part of Russia many years ago, but what can you tell me about St. Petersburg? It was part of Swiss. Well, guys, once again, for those who is on my channel recently, we are on Mikhailivska Square. It is Kyiv. It is Kyiv, capital of Ukraine, the biggest country of Europe. Before full scale and just before Russian invasion, Ukraine was home for 46,000 residents, and many Ukrainians left Ukraine for European countries, maybe for western parts of Ukraine, and in general about 7 million people were deprived their housing due to Russian invasion. Now we're heading to funicular cable railroad that connects this part of the city, upper part of Kyiv, and lower part of Kyiv, Podil. Guys, thank you for your subscription, and if you appreciate my work, you can also encourage me with some cup of coffee. Thank you for that. You can secure our code that is linked to buy me coffee. Mother-in-law living in Kyiv. What part of Kyiv lives your mother-in-law? So Kyiv divided into two parts, left bank and right bank. So what part of Kyiv your mother-in-law lives? Because of now we are on right bank of Dnieper river in Kyiv, and it is historical part of Kyiv. It's more expensive to live here, and left bank of Dnieper river is mostly sleeping area of Kyiv, and left bank of Kyiv is suffered much from Russian missiles, and many hundreds of living apartment buildings are still without heating. But at last spring came, and frost is not so dangerous as it was 3 weeks ago. Potato with peppers, it's all about potatoes. Installed a new government, and all was done by the previous. It's politics work, it's a head to try to revert it, not just say. So what don't want that anymore is mess. So I can understand. I didn't catch your words. 9440. Can you send the comments in more simple language? Thank you, if you want. You can see a lot of snow here. The last winter was very snowy and extremely cold season. This winter was coldest winter I remember for the last decade, and Russia used this frost as weapon, and they tried to kill all of us. And in the first turn, children and patients of hospitals suffered of this genocide. And in front of me, behind the trees, you can see a great Ukrainian river of Dnieper, and you can see cable railroad. This wagon, this carriage going down now, and also you can see another carriage which is going up here. And now I plan to use these roads and take a ride to lower parts of Kyiv next to Dnieper. And I invite you to walk with me, to travel with me. It will take us 2.5 minutes to go down there, but we need also to wait maybe 5 minutes before it starts its next cycle. I mean Funicular. Now we are on park, very beautiful park, Volodymyrska Hill, and on distance you can see golden domes of Mikhailivsky Monastery. It was built in the first part of 12th centuries, and it was demolished by Bolsheviks in the 30s of 20th century. You can see wagon is here, and now we'll take this carriage of Funicular, wait for several minutes, and go down to Dnieper River. Please be patient and stay with me, and I will show you Dnieper River, biggest river in Ukraine, and I suppose third river in Europe. Let me give you some information about this funicular. It was built in 1905. It is in English. The project of Mikhailivsky cable tramway was developed in 1902 by Ukrainian engineer Abramson in order of the City Railway Society. The technical drawings were performed by engineer Pyatnitsky as structural drawings were made by architect Baryshnikov. The official opening took place on May 1905. The length of the track was 200 meters and so on, guys. And now the length of funicular is 222 meters, and difference in levels of this upper station and lower station is 75 meters. I would say it is rather entertainment than a mean of transport, because there are a lot of other ways how to reach lower parts of the city. It is metro, underground, and buses. So now let's go and take a ride in funicular. I need to take my bus. As an American, I pray for the Ukrainian people's sake that they are able to reconcile with Russia. We will never be together. Oh my gosh! They just they closed now. So this part of the city experiences blackout. Sorry, we are closed. Okay, guys. Let's go on foot. But I'm afraid that we will lose internet connections. But please, if we lose internet connection, so please stay with me. All my wave on foot will take about maybe 10 minutes. If in case of internet we lose internet connection, so my stream will be resumed in 10 minutes. I don't know the situation, we will see. It is a very interesting comment. All they have to do is follow Putin's rule and they good. Putin is a monster. Putin is devil, and Ukrainians will never follow Putin because of Putin is destroyer. He is a killer. He is a destructor of Russia, and Putin killed dozens of thousands of Russian people here in Ukraine and Ukrainian people also. So we will never follow Putin. Putin is a very weak person. He is just he's just like a frog. Like frog. I will never, and Ukrainians will never subordinate some people like Putin, because Putin is usurper of power in Russia. He was elected one time 26 years ago, and since that time, since millennium, he doesn't want to give his office to someone else. Well, guys, it is Kyiv, capital of Ukraine. Thank you for walking with me. Thank you for being on my stream. And on distance you can see greatest Ukrainian river of Dnieper. I'm glad that I can see that we still have internet here. Usually I lose internet connection here due to the fact that Ukraine is suffering blackouts. But today, up to now, in any way, we are lucky. And what is this? What is this? Oh, feeders for and birds here. Spring came. I think it is not actual for birds now. But it's still slippery here. I try to be careful. I am watching my steps. Maybe you will be lucky and you will be able to see my fall, but I try to avoid it. Oh, yes. Months, maybe in 3 weeks, this area will be covered with greens. There are a lot of wild flowers here on the hills of this mountain. I see that internet is not stable here. Thank you for watching. It is commonplace for Ukrainians to be without internet, to be without electricity. You can see quite a lot of people here. Usually they should be passengers of Funicular, but Funicular is closed due to blackout in this district of Kyiv. But my walk will not last long, maybe 3 minutes more, and internet will be okay again. All they have is old, not fresh comments of some troll. Okay, guys, I'm descending to lower city of Kyiv, Podil, district of Podil, due to the cable railroad, cable tramways closed due to blackout, and on this stretch of this mountain maybe internet is not so good. Thank you for being with me, guys. We nearly made it. We nearly made it. Okay, now I think internet will be much better. Temperature is just a little bit over the 0 mark. Okay, we made it. It is Volodymyrsky Uzlov, Volodymyrsky descent, and this is some luxury hotel. There are hundreds of hotels and hostels here in Kyiv, and if you want to visit Kyiv, you can find place where to live on different wallets. Our way is here, but we need to cross the road first. Now the West used the Slavic to fight against the Slavic. How smart they are. According to your mindset, according to your narratives, Poland or Germany or United Kingdom invaded to Ukraine, or maybe it is Russia made. Maybe it is Putin invaded independent country, so I need to run. So, oh my gosh, I made it. So sometimes, not sometimes, I always feel that debunking Russian propaganda, it is undignified thing, because of it is just set of words. It is easy to debunk, but for this you need just to open your eyes. I don't rule the fact that this guy son of FG Gun 6 and next commander, I don't rule the fact that they may be not trolls, they may be just people who don't understand rightly the situation. Ukraine is an independent country, as well as like Poland, Czech Republic, Germany, and Russia invaded. It is Russia. It is a medieval terrorist country, and they invaded Ukraine without any reasons in any way for ordinary people. And for the first turn, they destroy their own country. They have already lost 1.5 million soldiers. And what is your, if you able to hear me, please explain me what for this war was started. And Ukraine was not a member of NATO, and Russia wanted to be a member of NATO, but it was refused to be member of NATO. How can you explain this fact? And what right you have to invade independent country? Oh my gosh, there are a lot of wet snow here. I don't know whether you're able to hear me due to strong wind, but maybe I am going to wrap up my stream. I don't know yet, but now we're nearing to Ukrainian river Dnieper. I can tell you, Mr. C4P, I don't know whether you are from Russia or not, so Russia must be destroyed. Russia was a respectable country before in the world before their invasion to Ukraine, and Russia has practically unlimited mineral resources and rivers and mountains and forests, everything. But Russia expected a blitzkrieg, and they didn't expect that Ukrainians will defend their country, and it was the biggest failure of Russians and Putin. So Russia must die. 636. Yes, it is Ukraine. It is Kyiv. It is capital of Ukraine, and now we're next to the biggest river in Ukraine, Dnieper. And by the way, through cross section of the river flows approximately, it depends on season, but now it is about 1,700 cubic meters of water per 1 second. Hi from US. We are waiting for spring here too. Russia has been bad since the day. Their history is not good. Peace. Guys, Ukraine and Russia are new states on the map of our planet. They emerged on the map of the globe in the same time in 1991. That's all. That's full stop. And Ukraine is an independent country, and Russia is a dependent country. So it is not a clash between two countries. It is attack of nuclear monster Russia, crazy country of sponsor of terrorism on independent country of Ukraine. That's all. It is full stop. Both are the same. Smoke and mirror. Guys, yeah, you can comment anything here under my stream, anything. So it is better that clash on the front line. So go home. You have a lot of things to do in Russia. Russia is a huge country, 28 times bigger than Ukraine, and you have everything for beautiful and thriving life. But you chosen destruction of your country. You will not be able to destroy Ukraine. You, for the first turn, you are destroying your own country. Thank you, World USA Live. We pray and say things all work out. Thank you. We need your support, any support, moral support, financial support, physical support, and I think after Trump will go, we will have 100% of support from United States, and Putin is in hurry to do his devilish things until Trump is in office. Australia support Russia against Ukraine, NATO. So I can hear this for the first time. I know that Australia supports Ukraine. So please don't write some nonsense. Well, guys, for those who is new on my channel, who just recently joined my stream, my name is Serhii Uzlov, and I'm Kyiv guide, and I'm also from eastern part of Ukraine. I'm refugee, and I saw my home 11.5 years ago. So due to the fact that Russia occupied Donetsk, it was Russian occupation, it was a Russian FSB operation. They tried to hide it as some separatist movements, and please don't believe Russian propaganda. What is all information, all information from Moscow? It is lie, it is nonsense, it is twisting the facts, and it is just bullshit. And okay, guys, once again, this is Dnieper River. It flows from that direction to that direction, and the water in Dnieper River is very clean, and it is good for swimming, for taking suntan, and on other bank of the river you can see beach. Usually in warm seasons it is jam-packed with vacationers, with guests of Kyiv from other countries and from other parts of Ukraine. And please, when we will win this crazy Russian invasion, please visit Kyiv. And if you want tours around Kyiv district and around Kyiv, so please find me. And you have the final word, because if I'm not only a guide around Kyiv, but you have right to choose me as your guide. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your likes and for your subscriptions. And also, if it's not difficult, if it will not burn a hole in your pockets, you will also buy me a cup of coffee for $3-5 or euros. Thank you for that. What is the river? I live right on the Missouri River near Chicago. So I'm just repeating especially for you. It is Dnieper River. It is biggest river in Ukraine. It is also third river in Europe. Kyiv divided into two parts by the river, and that part is a left bank, and that part is a right bank. Right bank is more historical part, and left bank began to be built up just after dam on Dnieper River was built in middle of 60s of 20th century. And by the way, did you know that there is a chain, it is a cascade of water reservoirs on the river of Dnieper, and in 2015 Russia perpetrated global catastrophe. They exploded dam on the river of Dnieper. It was the last dam on the river, and 18 cubic kilometers of water flashed to Black Sea, together with villages, with the people, with cattle, with dogs, cats, birds, with everything. It is one of the biggest in human history. Russia made a catastrophe. What, guys? What? My question to supporters of Ukraine on my stream: how can you explain this fact that Russia uses against of Ukrainians all kinds of weapons, including nuclear weapons? They occupied the biggest nuclear power plant next to Zaporizhia city, and also they attacked a new safe confinement over Unit 4 at Chernobyl nuclear power plant. They jeopardized the whole humanity to contaminate our planet with radiation. That's brainwashed. Russia and Soviet Union are different. Slides. C4P, who told you that Russia and Soviet Union are different? Yes, Soviet Union exists no anymore, and Russia took the worst traditions of terrorist country, Soviet Union. Soviet Union was a threat for the whole world, and Soviet Union killed I don't know exactly, as at least 10 million of its own citizens. It was a terrible country, and Russia goes to the North Korea. So Ukraine chosen way to democracy to free world, to free economics, and to be a lawful country. But Russia is on its way to North Korea. Why would Russia use a small drone-made drone to hit Chernobyl? So yes, please ask this question to Russia supporters. I'd like to know what for reason they attack our nuclear power plant, and what for reason they occupy the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. Well guys, my name is Serhii Uzlov. I'm Kyiv guide, and I am former Chernobyl exclusion zone guide, and I conducted nearly 1,000 tours to Chernobyl exclusion zone. So if you have any questions about Chernobyl catastrophe, if you have questions about history of Ukraine and modern life in Ukraine, and I don't invite trolls to ask me questions in the private messages, but if you really have questions about Ukraine, about life in Ukraine, and history of Ukraine, so please send me a message in private. So maybe if you wanna send me comments or some question on this channel or this stream, so please wait until I will upload this stream on YouTube. And also you can easily find me on other social platforms such as Facebook and Telegram, and everywhere, so Instagram. So thank you guys, thank you for your help, Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for your questions. And see you tomorrow, approximately at the same time. So I plan to start my stream since 3 p.m. Ukrainian time. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Bye bye.